Almost forgot to grab my microphone. Hold on a second. Let me fix the light. Yeah, I never quite pictured myself coming on a video saying, I seen a UFO. This stuff happened last night. I've said something to a couple people because I tried to go about this logically. Everything from when I seen seen this thing out there up in the sky. It's just one solid color moving up and down. I said, radio antenna. Maybe it's the lights going up and down a radio antenna, which is strange because it's like a really trippy blue, but it looked like it had just the slightest tinge of green, but it's really hard to tell because it was completely overcast. It could have been shadowing on it, but this was not behind the clouds. This was in front of the clouds. So I'm trying to be logical with this. The only other thing I could have come up with was drone. Okay, but it just disappeared. And this is 2 in the morning and raining out along a major highway in an area where if you're out at 2 in the morning on a Sunday flying around a drone, the police are going to stop you. I don't care if you're off in the woods right at the edge of it or what's right there, which it's businesses, and then it pretty much peels back into some woods. But here's where things get weirder. I had a confirmation watching something earlier that just blew my mind, and I went into comments and all over Mr. MEB's thing, tripping out. But before this happened last night, it's just we have abilities that are beyond anything if you all pay attention. And I just felt it in me. I'm like, man, if there's something out here, let me see it. I'm walking the dog, man, and just out of nowhere, I just look up and I start seeing that. And as soon as it happened, I swear I was like thrown right into, I'm standing right there still here, but I'm thrown through here right into these dreams that I had years ago that were signaling me to look up at the sky. They were showing me, they were just a series of trippy dreams. And this was like probably started 10 years ago. I had all kind of weird dreams. And I've learned now that I've actually had dreams where the next day is the dream I had the night before. This shit happens a lot now. So I know all this stuff means something because it always comes back meaning something. I could give you some examples that are so trippy, but the way the brain comprehends, like if you want to call it dark night of the soul, I call it reprogramming. My little period that I did there is almost 3 years. And the funny thing is, some years back, I had a dream that I went to Detroit, which I never said I wanted to go back to Detroit, but I was in jail, and the jail looked like an apartment. But it didn't really feel like jail. It was weird. Well, that was my mind trying to comprehend what I was about to do. But anyways, I had a whole series of these dreams, and I thought, yeah, well, I watch a lot of these different shows and stuff. It could be anything. And then when I went through, spiritual reawakening and all this different stuff, man, stuff started coming out. And last night, man, I was heavy right into that whole dream sequence. And because it ain't like there's a voice talking to me. It's like a feel, like boom. That's how everything comes. I can download somebody, just I get their energy, and then it just comes to me. And that's what happened. I got that feel, and what it's what it interpreted out as is it's time. Start looking up, man. I just went out there with the camera phone trying to. Oh, hey, there's somebody up there. There's people. Yeah, that's where I was tripping out because I seen the same thing last night. Let's see. That would be south. Yeah, it was south, up in the sky, but it was blue, and it was just sitting there, and then it went real fast down like that. Then it went real fast up like that, and then out of nowhere it started blinking, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's my mind playing tricks on me because clouds and everything. It's an airplane. It'll start moving that way. Well, it didn't start moving south. It just sat there and then it went, boom, 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 disappeared. And I went, I couldn't contain myself, man. I'm walking. The dog's like behind me, probably 30 feet, just looking over at me, sitting under a tree. And I'm like, dude, because he's the only one out there. So I'm looking at the dog. The dog can only see a certain plane to begin with. And I'm pointing way up there going, dog, do you see this shit? But I don't know what to do with this because you can't record on a camera phone at night. I can't really be affording to do anything, but if anybody's got any suggestions or knows of maybe something I can buy at some point to that will take pictures at night without costing me $500 or what the hell ever, let me know. Because it's trippy, man. I miss so much stuff. I was going to send one. I would have sent one to Mr. MEB one time when the animals were acting up. I got into comments. This guy's like, there's no way that happened. I said, bullshit. I said, I seen it. It was geese up on top of an industrial building. They were up on top of the roof, sitting there. And there was some across the street sitting on a lower roof with water sitting right down there. Not long after that, they had some weird earthquake thing over on the other side of the Detroit River over there. I think it's about Quebec or so, over in Canada. And I was like, man. But, I told somebody in the comments, and they're like, nah, they don't do that. Well, I know they don't do that. I've been living up north for many years. I know all about geese. Geese just don't go up on these roofs and sit like that. But I didn't have the camera at the time to do it because I never have phone service. I hate cell phones. I hate the whole idea of people getting their faces stuck in them and living their lives with cell phones. So I'm trying to get a home phone, but I got a cell phone and it's not got service. So I don't stick it in my pocket like people normally do. Everybody walks around with them. Plus I got this weird thing of, they're going to cause some kind of cancer or some shit. So I'm all weird about stuff. But if anybody's got any ideas, let me know. And if anybody else sees this stuff, let me know. And if you got a good camera or whatever, please take pictures, send them to somebody. Everybody needs to see this stuff, because, man, I was still thinking today, trying to deny that little part, that kind of kicked in the intuition, like maybe it was a drone. We don't want to get too excited, I don't want to go like on YouTube to say I seen a UFO. And then after the Mr. MEB thing, here I am on YouTube saying I seen a UFO. Anyways, much love to everybody out there. Keep looking up at the skies, man. It ain't just all UFOs. We got some cool stuff, auroras, all kind of weird stuff, moon flip-flopping, earth flip-flopping, planets, planetoids, all kind of stuff going on up there. It's a free show. Look up. Anyways, peace and love. Have a good day, evening, whatever it is, in your little part of the world.